Face of Beauty International 2024, Ms. Jean Isabel Villasano. Fresh from Taiwan.
Sure.
Bell here, Bell. Thank you.
Bell here.
Bell here, Bell.
Before we hear from Belle, we'd like to hear a few words from the president of ALV Pageant Circle and the national director of Face of Beauty Philippines, Mr. Arnold Vigafria.
Hi, good afternoon to everyone. And I just want to say congratulations to Isabel and for getting the title of you're the first Face of Beauty Philippines, and we got the crown just last Thursday in Kaohsiung, Taiwan. And finally we got this after 12 years. Never been, we never get a crown for after 12 years. Now we got the first. Isabel is the first Filipina who won the Face of Beauty International. Congratulations, Isabel. The whole Philippines are so proud of you, and I'm sure. And I would like to say thank you also to our media friends. You guys played a big role of promoting Isabel all over the world. And not only that, you help us and you're very supportive. That's why thank you to our friends in media. This is going to be after 12 years, and this is our first year of getting the franchise of Face of Beauty International. So we're so happy, and for the first time nakuha namin. I think I went to Taiwan and we watched the pageant, and finally, yun nga, sabi ko, siguro maswerte sa amin pa sa first time. This is our fifth. So, thank you so much, and congratulations. She deserves it, right?
Yes!
And I would like to acknowledge also the presence of one of the candidates from Miss Hawaii. She's here, so we can go to and the other day, the Miss USA was here also. So they visited, they came all the way from Taiwan. So thank you for visiting our country. And
Before we hear from Belle, we'd like to call on Miss Face of Beauty Hawaii. Is Arya Galvez.
Hi everyone, thank you for welcoming me, and thank you Belle for taking me. I just wanted to say how amazing seeing her journey from the start to the finish, and there's no other queen that I know deserves this crown more than you. So thank you for especially my best friend, and thank you guys. Well, yes, technically yes. We always change roommates, but we always go to each other. We talk.
you get a special award, right?
Yes, I do. I got the Miss Tourism Ambassador for Hawaii.
She's also half Filipina, so it's very important that Filipinas always have their back. So hello everybody. So I'm really overwhelmed to be here. Initially going to Taiwan 2 weeks ago, I thought I wasn't the most prepared, but I realized that you really have to trust your team, and you really have to trust your organization, what they'll put you into, and I was never failed by Sir ALP and by my entire team. So I'm very grateful. So I don't know where to start. Pageant Circle, Sir Ethan, Saldi, everybody. It's really a beautiful journey. Sir Aldrich, na never ako kinalimutan reply. Thank you so much for everybody. It's really an honor to be the first Filipino winner of Face of Beauty International, and it's been a difficult crown to get. I mean, 12 years is a long time, and being the first ever Filipino to bring home the pink crown is a big honor. So, as we say, it's a historic win for the Philippines, and I'm so happy that I was able to celebrate with my family and the entire team. So, it was really a great privilege. We were 35 Filipinos in Taiwan who celebrated with me for our historic win. So, I'm very grateful. Thank you po. Thank you so much.
Take your seat, and now we'll go straight to the Q&A. I'm sure a lot of our media friends are so excited to hear a lot about your journey. So to our guys, anybody wants to start?
Hi, Jan. So it's Jean or Jan? Jean.
Bell.
Oh, okay, Bell. Okay. Welcome back and congratulations. By the way, I'm Nolly Berrios for OPID.
What's your knowledge?
Okay, my first question is, aside from your natural beauty and wit, what other factors that the Taiwanese people and the judges of the pageant saw in you that made you win the Face of Beauty title?
Thank you both, Nolly. Actually, the whole journey was more on focusing charities. They're a very charitable organization, and it was made a big difference that my advocacy from the beginning, the one I presented in Miss World, was concrete and strong enough to bring to the international community, and they really see the commitment that I gave during that entire process, and that's something that they were applauding me for, and that's something I'm always going to be proud of. At the same time, during the entire journey, they were making sure that we were the most behaved, or we behaved like queens. So they were always trying to make sure that we follow the schedules, follow the instructions, and I always abided by that. So I think it's very similar to how Filipino pageants are hosted. They look for the most well-rounded queen, and I'm very thankful that I've been trained for that and prepared for that fully.
We know your primary duties and responsibilities as the winner of Face of Beauty International 2024.
So, apart from being the ambassador or spokesperson for the organization, I also get to be a part of their charities. So, Face of Beauty is a very big organization focused on charities. So they have plenty of organizations partnered up worldwide, and I'm going to be a part of their mission to deliver the new standard of beauty. So that's that. I think the first trip we're going to do is in Fiji in December. We're going to assist in charity events in Fiji.
So are you going to travel
Yes.
internationally to promote the mission and vision of
Yes.
the pageant? Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations again.
Thank you, Nolly.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Thank you po.
So, I'm Jill Lopez, and for now, kay Adam G ako. Yung question ko is about you winning most of the awards. You won the Best in Swimwear, Best in Evening Gown, the People's Choice, Best in National Costume, humakot ka. Did you feel complacent that time na mananalo ka because you won a lot of the awards or most of the awards?
Not really. I always remember what my mentors tell me, that it's just an award. It's not the entirety of the whole competition. You may win certain awards, but that doesn't mean you win the crown. So when I got the awards, it just motivated me to seal the whole deal. So I made sure that I delivered from start to finish, and I'm thankful that I was able to cross the bridge and carry the crown back home.
And then lastly, ano yung pinakamahirap or most challenging part of the competition for you?
Oh, I think the most challenging part was having to do it alone at first, because I couldn't bring my team with me for the entire 2 weeks. They only allowed me to do it during the last days of the competition. And it was really hard, you know, having to wake up at 6 in the morning, getting ready for the whole event the entire day, and having to pack on your own, carry your things alone. I had 4 or 5 luggages with me, and I had to carry all of them to different places because we traveled from Taipei to Kaohsiung and visit multiple cities, and it's very challenging to do everything alone. And that just taught me to be more resilient because I really had to do good in every event despite the challenges, and that made me really strong as a person.
Thank you, Belle. Congrats.
Thank you so much.
Bill, a lot of us saw how great you looked during the night, and I think this is the perfect time for you to give a shout out to your glam team, who did a fantastic job, you know, making you look good. You want to do that?
I'm very thankful for my team. Like I always say that I have to trust my team because they know what's going to be best for me, and they never failed me from the very beginning. So a huge shout out to my team, my makeup artist, Mama Jessie, Mama
Thank your
Seth.
designers.
Yes, my designers. My designer is from Albay. He's been my designer since I was in high school. My debut gowns, my prom gowns, he was my designer. It's Kuya Harold Berlado. Thank you for everything. Everything from Miss World, Miss World, everything is made by Kuya Harold Berlado. And he never asked me for anything. He just wanted me to be at my best, and he always came through. To Sir Marjo Leoncito, to Pablo Mendez, La Rosa Studio by Jason Studio, Angela Tolosa, everybody who sent their clothes to Taiwan, thank you very much. To my national costume, we won Best National Costume. It's made out of locally sourced material, hand-woven, handmade by SB Artistry. They're a local group in Albay. Kuya Pido, Kuya Migs, Sir Bobby, everybody in the village who made that happen. I'm very thankful to my makeup artist, Mama Seth, Mama Jessie, Miss Chrissy, Mama Jat, and everybody who helped me do my makeup. I had makeup classes beforehand, and they would teach me all of the things I needed to know to do my makeup well on my own. To my hairstylist, Imuton, Vincent. Grabe, I don't know how to thank you guys. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be able to look my best. My stylist, Mama Dong. Grabe, parang last year, he was sewing my dress for the opening dance. He was sewing my dress on me right before we went out, and I don't know how else I'd be able to pull through without my entire team. My Q&A, attorney JT, who's been very busy, but still managed to give me some calls beforehand. I'm very thankful. My Pasarela mentor, of course, Mama Ian. I'm very grateful. The turn wouldn't be perfect if it weren't for Mama Ian. So thank you for accommodating and always making time for me. My social media manager, Maui. And my titas, my mamas in PCI, the Town Initiative. Tita Babi Pitita, Tita Des Abisanes, and Mama Rina Salud. Thank you po. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you po.
So you could say that this is a great victory, not just for you, but for your advocacy for sustainable fashion, right?
Yes.
So what do you plan to do for this? Now that the world has seen the creations of our local designers, what do you plan for this?
Since the very beginning, I always said that I want to bring budding designers to the big stage. It's time for local designers to have their moment, and I'm very thankful that I was able to bring them internationally, and that's something I will always be doing. I will bring with me their creations. I will always put it to the bigger stage. Because Filipino designers are forever going to be at the top of the list, and I'm very grateful to be working with such talented designers, and I'm going to bring them to my travels like I will always do.
Thanks, Del.
Thank you.
Hi, well, congratulations. So I really wanted to know what was going through your head kung nalaman mo ikaw yung panalo, like when you got the crown already, what was your initial reaction? I mean, we know we saw it, but what was going through your head?
Actually, we had a conversation with Miss Taiwan during the entire thing because it took a while before they announced it. And Anita was very gracious. She was saying that from the beginning I knew it was going to be you. But then I also thanked her. I said, Anita, this wouldn't be a successful journey if it weren't for you. But Miss Anita, Miss Taiwan, was very, very helpful in everything. She would the language barrier was a difficulty during that time, and Anita bridged the gap for everybody. She made everybody feel comfortable during their stay in Taiwan. And at the moment, I was thinking, all my efforts are paying off. I mean, it's not easy. You would know that for sure that the whole pageant journey isn't cruise in the ocean that you'll be successfully finishing, but it's something that it's more of a celebration for me. It's a culmination of my efforts, of me and my team and everybody who made everything possible for me. So I kind of felt really overwhelmed that I'm actually bringing home a crown, because all my past pageants I was just a finalist. I was just somebody who almost made it to the final, but now I'm actually coming home with the top prize, and it's something very beautiful to celebrate.
Alright, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I also wanted to know, I know you're going to be busy with Facebook and with all the discussions that you're going to have, but are you also, I think this question is for ALB, sir. The second kind of buzzing bell for, becoming an artista or a TV?
Well, it depends on her if she wants to pursue to be an actress or a TV host. Imagine she can be an actress, she can be a TV host, or she can be a newscaster. Of course, we will definitely support her, and we will make her dream come true if she wants to go into show business.
But for you, what do you want to do? Well, of course, I don't close my doors on opportunities like that. Honestly, when I was in college, it was a dream to be a courtside reporter. But I never got, I know you're a courtside reporter. I was like, I remember her. She used to be a courtside reporter, and I would love to be in that circle as well. So hopefully when I'm not very occupied with my duties, maybe I can do it on the side. And so it's going to be a dream come true to be a part of that. So hopefully more doors will open for me. And I'm very thankful that my management has been very supportive of everything that I wish to pursue, and I know that they will always have my back in everything.
Thank you.
Congratulations. What's the first thing that you're gonna do when you go home to Albay? You haven't gone yet.
Oh, I haven't gone home yet, so we're gonna have to organize when I'm gonna come home, because they're planning to have a homecoming as well. But the first thing I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna help my parents. Next is eat my favorite food, which is Biggs. It's a local chain in Albay. And third, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to rest. But then I know that I have very little time to do most of that, so I'm going to make sure that my homecoming or my arrival back home is productive. I'm also going to see my patients. I really miss working as a speech pathologist, and I hope I will find the time to meet my patients again and go back to a little work.
Okay, second question lang. Could you say that all of this is part of your childhood dream, or all of this exceeded your expectations?
Honestly, this exceeded my expectations. Growing up, I only wanted to be a doctor. I only wanted to be of service to people. But then, when things are open for you, you might as well take it and grab it and make the most out of it. And when I got that chance, it just took its course. I joined 2 national pageants. I failed first, but second, I turned out to be a Filipino representative to the Basic Village National. And I never in my wildest dreams would I expect to be having a reign, to be having a crown. And I'm very blessed. I'm very, very thankful, and I will always, give credit to the people who have helped me get into this journey. And of course, my little self will probably be thanking me that I chose this path and that I pursued it. Thank you.